boy Jay. Rack it up, I gotta build up the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse.
So you said, well, what are rents going for this, 10plex that you're trying to buy? Well, they might say, well, all the rents, the market rents are $1,000 a piece, right? So you say, oh shit, man, that's $1,000. All right, tight, right? Well, that's just maybe a pro forma, right? And we just said that a pro forma is fake. So the real question is, what are the actual rents today, right? The market rents might be $1,000. That might be a true statement. That might not be a fake statement, right? But understand that market rents are not actual rents, right? Because an actual rent is what you actually have for actual leases for the actual people that are currently actually living there in this moment, right? And that's so important to understand when you're getting the financials back from a broker or whoever you're looking at the property. Are you looking at a pro forma or not? Right? So a pro forma basically is going to be an estimate of how the property should perform. Okay. So let's talk about some of the things that might be in a pro forma. Okay. Rents, right? Just talked about that. Late fees, application fees, they might be charging application fees. But again, if it's a pro forma, are they actually charging application fees, or are they projecting that you could charge application fees, right? So remember, pro forma is a projection. Let's talk about, again, what should go into it. Rents, fees, application fees, any other associated income, pest control, laundry, snack machines, resident utility billing systems. That's called RUBS, if they are billing back the resident for water or electricity or whatever. These are the things that will go into a pro forma, right? It's an estimate of how the property in an ideal situation should perform. Okay, it's going to include your insurance, your taxes, your repairs, so all of the profit line, right? So a pro forma for sure is going to, let's just talk about what's going to include, right? You're going to have your resident, you're going to have your revenue line, not profit line, sorry. Revenue line, right? That's going to be your rents, your fees, any other way that you're going to make money off the property, right? That's going to be in your revenue line, right? Vacancy is also going to go into the revenue line because that can reduce revenue, okay? The other component to pro forma is going to be the expense line. Okay. And so what goes into expenses? Property management, insurance, taxes, repairs and maintenance, salaries, right? Like if you get big enough, you're going to have some salaries, maybe eviction fees, court costs, utility bills, right? Your electric, water, gas, things like that. Wi-Fi these days, pest control, landscaping. I'm going through a lot of stuff, right? But these are all the expenses that when you start to look at a multifamily property, these are the type of things that you really want to be asking for, because these are real bills that might occur, right? So the real question is, if you're getting a pro forma, a fake pro forma, right? Because pro forma is basically fake. If you get a fake P&L or a fake pro forma or a pro forma P&L, right? All this is the same. Right? You got a first question, because guess what? That pro forma is putting the property in the best light possible. It's saying to yourself, like, hey, in an ideal situation, this is how the property should perform. So if you're getting this from the listing broker, right? This is the person that works for the seller and you're the buyer, right? How should you address this pro forma, right? How should you validate? How should you feel about it? So basically what I'm saying is, don't trust that. Okay, it's just an estimate, right? You have to validate every line item on the pro forma.